to see, is everything working? I hope everything looks like my microphone. Doesn't look like anything's broken. Okay, the YouTube live notification went up. The stream live notification went up. The stream appears to be working on Twitch. It appears to be working on TikTok. I don't really check to see if it's working on YouTube. Because if it is, cool. If it's not, well, fuck. Alright. Let's go to the stream. See if anyone wants. Hello. I have decided I am no longer just a VTuber. So what I was doing before, I was keeping my IRL content and my VTuber content separate, but I ran a couple polls. I put one in Discord, I put one on Twitter, and everyone was like 100% bring back IRL. I was like, alright, bet. I'm going to be doing that soon. I would do it right now, but I got to clean up my room. I really got to clean up my room. That's going to be the plan. I got to figure that out. Get it all set up all nice. I'm probably going to use this exact same overlay, but I'll just set my camera. My IRL me is still sitting right here. And there isn't background stuff. Also need to make it so I can enable and disable channel point redeems automatically because that'll make it easier. I really want to make it so you guys can just swap between the IRL and VTuber at any given time. I have my 4K camera. I really want to set that up. But I need a micro HDMI to USB. Or actually, I could probably just use micro HDMI to HDMI. I can use that with my capture card. I do have 2 capture cards. Technically, I have 3, but the one is garbage. It only does like 720p. I've got the one that I use for the Wii. I really don't want to unplug and plug stuff in constantly. Mind you, I have an HDMI splitter. I could plug that into the... Oh. I could do that. I do have an HDMI splitter. Then I could just use that capture card. Rather than needing to set up another one, need to figure out a USB port, because I'm out of USB ports. Honestly, debating just taking down my VR stuff, because I just don't use it. But I'm not sure about it. But I figure if I set up my camera correctly, and then I keep the other webcam that I use for YouTubing, same spot, it's easy enough to swap between the two. I track this. There we go. I was like, why am I down here? I'm supposed to be up here. It is what it is. I want to just get on to making better content for you guys, and you guys said, hey, you would like to have the IRL streams back? As well do that. Right? Just makes sense to me. Guess I'll be doing that. I mean, I'm not ugly, so it makes sense. You guys are like, yeah, bring that back. Bring back the real trash. Fine. You know, it just occurred to me. The text on screen in the top left there does not go all the way to the edge. Oh, that's going to bother me so much now. It's like 4 pixels from the edge. We'll fix that after stream. Like, fuck it, it's fuck. But I figure if I just keep the same overlay and everything, that way I don't need to make a bunch of new stuff and set it all up again and have more stuff. I'll just have it so. Camera. Over top of the VTuber stuff, and then turn on and off the camera. You guys want to swap that, but I'll need to get the other camera. Mind you, I have another webcam. I don't even need to really set up my 4K camera. Then we get back into that USB problem again. I think using a USB hub, of which I have no idea where that is. I know I have one. I just don't know where it is. I know that would work. Because then I could have the Wii plugged into that 4K camera plugged in. But I guess that really does not help if I'm gonna be doing Zooter stream. Because if I end up doing that, you guys end up. Yeah, that does make it a little. Huh. Well, it's just things to worry. I don't need to worry. I haven't even done it yet. But why would I care? It's good. It's fine. Also, shout out to the Gek. My boy, I was literally like, my boyo, might I request some buckaroos to the sum of a 10, or, yeah, might I request, like, the sum of 10 buckaroos, if I might go on the venture of acquiring caffeinated beverages, my dude. The type of stuff that you have to say over TikTok, because that's generally how you have to say it over TikTok. So it's not like, this is a scam, look out. Or it's like, you're breaking terms of service by sending this message. I'm like, I have been called the N-word in my comment section. How is me asking my buddy for a few bucks to grab energy drinks breaking to you? But when someone calls me, a slur, that doesn't break TOS. It's able to be said. I don't get it. It is what it is. And people are just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, here. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. There is nothing you can say to me that'll upset me, because there's like, I say some shit 3 inches from the mirror every day, and you will never amount to same things to me that I have said to me. Plus, I have 6 brothers. Do you really think you can say anything that'll upset me? I mean, the phrasing I always heard as a kid was sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And now I think words hurt people because they're little pussies. It is what it is. That text jitters a lot. I've never noticed how much it jitters. And I'm the one that set it up like that. Oh well. It'd be what it be. No, Geki said that he might stop by. I might be able to hang out with him. He really wants me to play Dying Light again. I'm like, yeah, I really got to edit those videos. I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. I really want to, yeah, I think tomorrow I'll start working on those videos, and then Geki and I can record more for that, put that up on the Let's Play channel. And I'll also start working on the Skyrim challenge run video, because I have like the 13 hours of recording that. I have most of it written down what we did. We should be able to get that all. I don't know, man. I'm just like working on stuff constantly and then applying for jobs, and it was a busy weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I did tell you guys, hey, I'm probably not gonna stream Friday, Saturday. Maybe Sunday. I think I streamed Friday. I didn't stream Saturday. Because Saturday, it was when we did our Easter dinner thing. We had a whole bunch of people. And almost all my brothers. My one adopted brother, he had other plans because he still, what's the phrasing? Brain work. His biological, there's the word. Biological father and him are still like close, right? But like he is still adopted by us because it was just a life situation. Doesn't matter. He spent Easter with his dad rather than coming to hang out with us, which is fine. I get it. All my other brothers showed up. That was kind of cool. And then Sunday, which I guess is technically today for me, but for you guys, it was 2 hours ago, 2 hours, 45 minutes ago, my clock, That was just a day of like, all right, time to eat a bunch of leftovers and work on a bunch of stuff. That's what I was doing. I ended up fixing the eaves trough. Well, do you guys not call it an eaves trough? I know you guys call it something. Most of you guys are American that are here. To me, like the eaves trough is like the thing that catches all the water off your roof. I don't even know what you guys call that. But the downspout was messed up, and I was like, yo, the rain barrel that we have, it's not getting any rain in it. I'll fix the platform that's underneath it. I did that, and I ended up screwing that all together, fixing it, cleaned up some of the backyard. It was pretty nice because we had a bunch of people over, so the backyard got a little. It was a good time. We had a good time on Saturday, and then yesterday was a lot of like cleanup and making things look better. Hell yeah, I had a good time with it. It was just, I like being outdoors. The weather is finally starting. Then I'm getting a little bit cold once the sun went away. I live in Canada. Kind of to be expected. Oh well. I like just doing things. And currently being out of a job, I was like, well, I'll just keep doing stuff in the backyard and cleaning it all up. And we're already figuring out ways that we can improve like our wood shelter, which isn't really a wood shelter, or just wood storage, not covered. So the wood is constantly getting wet, which is not helpful when you need wood. You don't need it. We really don't need the wood. We use it for fires in the back. Whatever. I want to build like a nice shelter. Probably going to be doing that next month once it's like actually staying warm. Because like it's supposed to be warm-ish the next couple of weeks, but the overnights are going to be cold. It's fun. It's going to be really chilly. That's not for me. I don't like the cold. It was even like a little bit chilly walking up to the store. That was It was still in the positives, all right? So it's not in the negatives. It wasn't freezing, but it was pretty dang cold. I do find it very humorous, though, that the overnight guy at that store is starting to recognize me. I'm like, well, it's because I don't have any gamer stuff, right? I threw it on my throne just in case, but I don't have any gamer stuff. I have to keep buying energy drinks, which ironically is more expensive, but it's what I'm able to afford at any given time is like a few bucks here and there. Where I bucks, I'll be like, hey, you got some change? Feel like a homeless man, dude. Just got to get my fix of caffeine. Yeah, it's fine. It's a good time. Yeah, I figured we'll do like a chatting stream today because I don't know, I've been doing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero. Like, I love the game, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, I just don't feel like gaming right now. I'll probably end up like doing it later. Like, I want to, I don't know. I'm noticing that like you guys are here for regardless of what I play, which is nice. I actually really appreciate it. I'm very fortunate for that. I did make a poll on Twitter and on Discord. Let's take a look at the Twitter one real. On Twitter, yeah, I was like, what streams do you prefer? And 33% so far are like Zenless Zone Zero, and then 66.7 says, I don't care, I'm there for you, which is very nice. Thank you guys. I love you guys. If I go over to the Discord, let's see where that one's at. Let's see the results. So far, it's all I don't care, I'm there. I don't know. That's definitely a morale. It means that I can literally do whatever I want, and you guys will still appreciate it, which is very nice. I figure we can do more chatting streams. I want to do more art streams, more Zooter. Right? I haven't played it in a little bit. I really want to get one of those like thumbstick cover things that you use for like your Xbox, PlayStation. Throw that on the GameCube controller because I do not like the GameCube controller's thumbstick. It does not feel nice. I really like the notches that it has. So you can be like, okay, I'm 100% like 90 degree, like 180, you know, like I'm at the 45. Like it's really good for that. It is absolutely terrible for just keeping your thumb on the actual thumbstick because I get that it's textured, but it just doesn't work because it's like a hard plastic. Like, why just put a rubber cover on it? Like a little bit of a rubber cover. It'd be helpful. It'd be very helpful. I don't know. I just got to get some of those. What are, you know what? I should throw those on my throne. I think that'd be neat. Just do that. Oh, I actually have to pull out my keyboard. All right. Should be logged in. Not logged in. Why am I not logged in? All right, now I'm logged in. Let's go to Amazon. That should be it. Okay. I put in games that have specific. Those are replacement. That is not what I need. Those are replacement. I would assume that the Switch has pretty much the same size cupboard. Effort. Take a quick look. I have a PS4 controller and a GameCube. Oh, and a phone grip is consistent, like size wise. In theory, use PS4 covers. All right, cool. Roller's back over there. Okay. So, I'll just ones would those control freak ones really cool, but look, they're a little $22. Akita, how's it going? Please call me Trash, not Mouse. I do not go by. I go by Trash. But hello, how are you? Let's see. Silverkin. Yeah, we'll just eat the product link. Yes, dude. All right. Now added a thing to the throne. Yo, I actually just remembered. Okay, so I added something really weird to my throne, but I think it's funny. Right? So I added a hot dog roller to my throne. Like the ones that you find in like a 7-Eleven, where it just keeps heating them and it's got like all those rollers. Because I saw this tweet. It was like, you can just buy things. And this guy had bought one and he has it in his kitchen. And I was like, I'm gonna add it to my throne. And I did. Like immediately, I was like, it's there. Oh man. I was like, why not? Right? Could you imagine just having a little hot dog roller in your house? Hell yeah. And I got the one that can do 18 hot dogs. So, which I'm pretty sure is a full pack. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. And then I'll be like, yo, I barbecue. Just set that up. Just throw a bunch of hot dogs on, let them roll, let them heat up. Eat them when you're hungry. Have some buns nearby. I was like, why not? It's the funniest shit. Why not? I just added those little thumb grip things. You got those on there now. Yeah. Chiquita, how you doing today? Having a good day? I mean, for me, it's almost 3 a.m. Mind you, I only just woke up a bit ago. Because I was up all day. Doing a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm going to take a nap. At like 8. Maybe 9. I think it was around 9 or 10 when I fell asleep. I went to bed around 8:30. Oh, it might have been 9. Oh, no, I was in bed for like an hour and a half before I fell asleep. It was just broken sleep, and then eventually I was up, and I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm alive. But not really. Bio, what are you doing, brother? But, yeah. I ended up, bugging Gecky. And then he was like, all right, brother, here you go. And he threw me a little bit of dosh. Go grab some energy drinks. Now I've got a little bit of energy. Let's go. Yeah, I figure tomorrow I will start working on those Dying Light videos. They shouldn't be too hard to do. And then after that, I'll probably finish writing the script and then record the anime introspective video for the main channel. Committing war crimes in Black Ops 6. Valid. Fair enough. I get it. And then after that, I'll probably work on the Skyrim challenge run video. I'm just kind of, I'm here. I'm trying to get things. Life has been a little bit like hectic for me, just applying for jobs constantly, doing stuff with the family. Weather's finally nice, so I'm outdoors fixing things and building stuff, and having a good time. I'm trying to get some sun because I get burns again because my body used to never get burns until I was like 17. I didn't trust my mom, or I did trust my mom, and now I don't trust my mom, right? Because she was like, use this tanning oil, and I was like, sure, why not? Like, I trust my mom, and that motherfucker cooked me. That was cool. And then I've been able to get burns ever since. And yay. But because I haven't seen the sun really much in like a year, like there was a little bit for a little while. I was going out in the summer, and I was like, all right, cool, doing stuff, and I got pretty tan pretty quick. But most of the year I was only up at nighttime and not outside. I got a little bit of a burn, but it went away. I'm already starting to tan a bit, which is using a 108mm sniper rifle with FMJ rounds on infantry. Oh my god. A little crazy, brother. But nice. I've still never played Blops 6. The last Blops I played was Blops 3. So, I don't know. I still think it'll be really funny. If I make a toggle for my avatar, my VTuber model, right, that uses my natural skin tones of like when I'm like tanned and when I'm not tanned, because I think people will get really mad and it'll be. And I learned recently, oh, okay, I guess we're setting that all up. Let's go over there. Oh, why did Volpix not pop up? Hold on a minute. Let me do this. Those guys shouldn't even be there. Let's nuke them. Time to get purged. What the fuck? Right. And Volpix. Also, why did it not change what position I'm in? That's weird. Weird. Hello. Unbid, how's it going? You having a good day so far, homie? Well, we had to get rid of the other one. They weren't supposed to be here anymore. I gotta fix my track. Go. Doing alright, I guess? Only a guess? Only alright? Those motherfuckers. Who the texted me at 3 a.m.? It's finals this week, so busted. Ah, I do not miss that. At all. I haven't been in school in 12 years, but I do not miss that. I do have Popeyes. Hell yeah. I am the hunger, but nothing is open at 3. Not where I live. And the places that are open, they're just super expensive, and I don't have any money. I literally had to bug Geki for money for energy. Yeah. I don't know, I've been working on a lot of stuff lately, and I'm trying to work on my tan, so I'm not just a complete white boy. I have to actually show that I'm native. It was actually really funny. Yesterday, the funniest thing happened to me. I had somebody trying to white knight tell me about my own race. It was great. I had some white dude. Right? The heat sucks? No, the heat is amazing. I love the heat. I hate the cold. Right? I live in Canada, but particularly where I live, it gets negative 40 and positive 40. So it's a scary spot. I am very much so, give me a positive 40. I like the heat. Anyways, so I was on Twitter, and I realized why everyone gets into, like, Twitter drama. It's fun making fun of idiots. Like, oh my god, I forgot about that. Like, I forgot how fun it was to make fun of people. Alright? So, this dude, oh man, that went to the wrong spot for TikTok, but whatever. This dude, alright, who, by the way, quote unquote, writes picture books, figure that one out. I thought you would have to draw pictures. But no, he writes picture books, and he's a quote unquote educator. I'm like, okay. So he's trying to tell me that the word Indian has nothing to do with Spanish. You know, because the Native Americans, First Nations, indigenous peoples, whatever you want to call us, we were called it first. It wasn't India, because that was Hindustan. And Hindustan was the name of it in the fucking, like, 600 BC. And bro was like, no, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's literally a Persian word. He goes, no, it comes from Greek. I'm like, yeah, the Greeks got it from the Persians by like 100 years beforehand. And then he was like, oh, blah, blah, well, it says in this book. And he showed like citations from his book. I was like, congrats. I looked up the book. It's written by a white dude. There was an article from the Indian Times.in, you know, the Indian website, you know, because their two languages there are Hindi and fucking English. So they speak it. Here's them themselves saying where the articles and everything come from. Right, like the history of their entire country. Duh, you fucking dumbass. And then he's telling me that IN is not a word in Spanish. I'm like, it's a word modifier. He's like, no, it's EN. I'm like, okay. So the term Indian for Native Americans, First Nations, indigenous peoples of the Americas, all right, comes from ungente, undeos, all right? Indeos, indio, Indian. That's where it came from. And if you go by IN, it is a godless people because we didn't follow the Abrahamic faith. Or if you go with EN, which is what he's saying, it's like, okay, well, Old Spanish is not the same as modern Spanish, just like how Old English isn't the same as modern English, right? But if you use even the new one, it is a people of God. Regardless, it has something to do with God, and it ends in Deos, you know, in God. You fucking stupid. Right? And then I'm just like giving him all these citations. I'm like, literally, like, since you only use white sources, here is the, like, I'm not using Google Translate. I'm using the Spanish English dictionary, okay, and showing you that you're wrong. And then again, here's an article from the Indian Times of India, all right? Like, the word still is Hindustan from back then. And, like, that's where, like, Indos came from, was Hindo. Which is ended up being Hindu and also Indos because the Greeks didn't like H's. That was really funny. I'm debating between letting my hair grow out or just straight bald this summer. Well, my hair is halfway down my back, so I will always say go for long hair. But it was really funny because I'm just arguing with this guy. I'm like, you fucking stupid, right? Like, bro, I was like, just go back to drawing your or to writing your picture book. Like, what the fuck? Like, quit trying to erase cultures. Like, and even if you want to go with like the other way of saying it, that he thought that he found India, it's because he was looking for the Indies, like the East Indies, you know, because everyone thought the Indian Ocean was way bigger than it was. Because if you look at maps from the time, it has nothing to do with India, right? It has to do with the fucking river. Want to have long hair too, but heat, it honestly helps with dissipating heat. I feel less heat now with long hair than I did with short. Because all the, it kind of like blocks your scalp. And that's why people with darker hair generally have better insulation on their head for both cold and hot. It does make sense. Yeah, it's an insulator. Longer hair protects your neck, protects your back, your ears if you have it over them. Yeah, bangs, protect your forehead. If you're an emo kid like how I used to be, protect your eyes. Or at least one of them. There's a reason why my model has their hair like this. It should be covering one eye on, but I like showing off the eyes. Also, less chance of getting a sunburned head. True. I think it's really funny, actually, because, like, my face will get burned, but not my scalp. Because of it, like, mind you, I'm also part Native American, or I should say First Nation. I really should say First Nations as a Canadian, because we go by First Nations. Native American is Africa, but, like, same shit. For the Redskins, alright? Like, but, yeah, like, I have thick, dark hair, and it just, you'll see right at, like, the hairline, it's, like, really white, because there's, like, no sun getting there. Because, hey, I'm also mixed, so I got that white in me, too. I like to say I'm third generation Métis, but I'm not French, because we don't associate with frogs. Métis are First Nations mixed with Quebecois. But yeah, it was an interesting little argument that I have with this person. I'm like, this is great. Ain't no way some white dude is trying to tell me about the origin of my own race's name. Like, shut the fuck up. And then you cite a book written by a white guy. Like, dude, shut up. And an old friend from a high school, he said my hair is turning. My hair does that. It's weird. So your hair is supposed to get lighter in the summer and darker in the winter, right? It's just a common thing that people's hair. My hair does the opposite. In the summer, my hair goes black, but in the winter, it goes. And like right now, it's in that like transition phase. Just looking at it right now, where it's like you can still see a lot of the light brown in it, but now there's like a bunch of black mixing in, and I don't know why it changes color like that. And it does it the opposite of what you'd expect. Hair's been black for as long as I remember. I'm Filipino, so we don't. Well, fuck you. I wish. All right. I wish. I hate the snow. I hate the cold, dude. Like, yes, I am a snow monkey, but I do not. I do not like us Canadians. There, we have two modes, right? We have, fuck, I hate this. It's cold. To, I'm Canadian. Fuck it. It's not that cold. But the difference is, I hate this. It's cold. Is between like -15 and like +10. But the I'm Canadian. It's fine. Is like -25, and we're just outside in shorts. And I don't know why we're like. You describe my hair as like coffee with creamer. Wah. I couldn't have. What? You might want to look in a mirror and figure that one out. Mind you, light hair on a. I'd assume that you have like the common Philippine, more of like that brownish orangish kind of look, like shading to it. Light colored hair might look really good with that. You know, I'll go do that. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I look like. Looks in the mirror. Oh god. But just making the assumption. Mind you, I'm also making the assumption that you're. I don't know why I'm making that, but maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. That might look good because Filipino is more of the similar like Polynesian style skin tones, isn't it? And I feel like I'm sounding racist now. Google this real quick. uh, that's probably put on images, but yeah, like that. All right, and then women. Yeah, okay, it's pretty much the same skin tone. All of skin. I take no offense to it. Even if you did, I don't give a fuck. No. You'll enjoy it regardless. I'm just an asshole. There's some darker browns in my hair now. Ah, well, maybe you're just you're special. Back was playing some Monster Hunter. Motherfucker comes in, calls me the wrong name, and dips. I can't believe you, Chiquita. Why are you like? Also, surprisingly, I'm also prison. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Look at us both being treated like we're not human. I was trying to be nice. No, I go by trash. It is trash on everything. I go by trash. I do not go by mouse. Do you see the ears? Have you heard how I talk? I'm kind of a piece of shit. But no, trash is what I go by. Trash mouse, there's boy, there's trash plays, there's trash tech, there's like all these different trash accounts. It is not mouse. I'm honestly, I kind of regret adding mouse to it. Guess I'll start. Hey, trash. Hello, Chiquita. Well, it still throws me off that your name is Chiquita and you are male. Because Chiquita is just what we call girls. What up, Chiquita? What up, Chiquita? Throws me off so much. It's why, like, last time that I was bothering you, I was like getting kind of mommy vibes. You're like, that's weird to get from a guy. I'm like, oh. Well, forgive me for having two female names. Yeah, that would explain why we talked about the military thing. Oh, see, now they fucking work. Evie's there. Ditto, Evie. Shiny ditto, Evie, actually. It'll change. I think they're only like that for like 10 to 30 seconds, something like that. I don't remember. It was something along those lines. It's fine. Did it after that anime girl from Ermengarde. I don't think I've watched that. I may need to go look this up. Also, since you two are here right now, I don't know if you guys voted in the poll that is in the Discord or on Twitter. So I'm going to ask you, what type of streams do you like watching? All right, because I have the Zenless Zone Zero. I have like my chatting / art streams like this. And then I've got my Zooter, which is Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Or are you just here for me and not the actual game? You don't really doing songs. It's just me. We're hanging out. Discord. There is a Discord. ! Discord in the chat. But Ida is into any type of stream. Just here for you. Yeah. All right. Now we got a bug on bid. Opus, what the fuck is it? What do you think of me, homie? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what type of content you guys like, but it's overwhelming. Literally 100% of like the votes on the one poll where it was like, do you guys want IRL streams to come back? 100% on both polls was yes. I was like, all right, guess I'm bringing back IRL streams. I'll be doing that soon. And then so far, there's been 33% on the Twitter poll saying that they want Endless Zone Zero, and then 66% saying that they don't care. They're just here for me, which I was like, oh, thanks. And then on Discord, I think it's 100% here for me. That's nice. I'm an enigma that pops in and out of streams no matter what genre it is. In other words, you don't give a fuck. You're just here to hang out. I'm cool with that. Because I like doing art streams. I like doing hangout streams like this. I wonder, hold on, give me a sec. I will bring up something. Load up Photoshop. A good song. I like this. Photoshop load. That's fine. All right. I think I do this, that, this. So this is the next VTuber item. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So TikTok can't see this. Let me change that. Think it. This one that I want to grab. All right. This is what I'm working on right now. I think it looks okay. It needs something, and I'm not sure what. I'm still trying to figure out what I need for it. That's gonna be like the next VTuber eye that I put up on my Ko-Fi, but I'm just not sure what it needs. And like obviously eye shine and stuff like that, but that's a different layer for Vroid, so I'm not even worried about that yet. I'm still trying to figure out what this one needs. I think it looks okay. I just don't know quite what I need to add to it. You know what I mean? Like there's just something missing. Just feels it needs something, you know? Any ideas, you guys? Because like I don't know, I'm going for like a glass look, not like a crystal or like bubbles. Like I'm looking for like glass. That's the kind of feel I went with. After this, I'm gonna be going for like more like a crystal look, and I'm thinking of doing like a rainbow. That way, but I'm not sure if I want to do a rainbow or if I want to do like a prism. Oh. Yeah, this is what I've been working on. I'm just not quite sure what it needs. It needs something. I don't know what. Force field? No, it's an eyeball, like my eyes here. Because I'm using a Vroid model, right? And I'm slowly going to become one of the best Vroid model creators ever, even though I make shit ones right now. I'm slowly learning how to do stuff like this. I don't know how I learned how to do this. Like I just literally I woke up one day and was like, I want to remake my VTuber eye because uh I was remaking this eye. Okay, this is what I was remaking, which was the eye that is in stage left, my right. You know, not the pink eye that I'm using, but like the other eye. I went to go remake this. Okay, and what you got was let me just move my face in here more so you guys can see it. What you got was this. And I just randomly was able to do that. I didn't learn more Photoshop. I haven't really used Photoshop other than thumbnails in, I want to say, like a year and a half. And I made something significantly better. Don't know how, but I did. Hey, I think I can zoom in a little. Yeah. That was my remake of it. I don't know how I managed that. Because, like, again, I could probably zoom in. Like, what the hell? How? Like, how did I end up doing that? And again, this looks really bad on TikTok. But yeah. Uh, I think to do. Oh, I have to go back over here. That back out of the way. But yeah, so I'm currently working on this one. And I'm just not sure what it needs. But it needs something. And again, these are only $1 on my Ko-Fi. Or if someone just really wants it and they're like, hey, I don't got $1, I'll be like, all right, well, what's your email? Or I'll just send you a link to the Google file. I'll just add it to my Google Drive and just send it. But no, it's how I try and make some money. I'm just not quite sure what this one needs. It needs something, though. I'm not sure if it's maybe, like, if I were to add, like, a little bit of, like, a light back up here just to finish off the circle. But I tried making it so it had that darkness for a reason. Because then it kind of has a fade because it'll be under the eyelid for the most part. I'm not sure if I want to add more thicker, darker line around this, but this already feels like it's too much and it should be blurred more. I'm not quite sure what it needs. This is the type of stuff that I want to do on art streams, and then I want to learn how to make like better VTuber models than I'm already doing. Like again, I just use Vroid, right? And I take things, I look at it for an example. Sometimes it's like free to use stuff that is like, oh, free for commercial use. I was like, all right, cool, I'll use that, and then I'll just edit the shit out of it so it's original again, or I'll use it for inspiration, or I'll just use it like flat out. The only thing from this model, or from this skin that I'm using right now for my face, that I kept is the nose. Oh, and the under the chin thing. Other than that, I remade all of it. I think the blush I added. No, the blush is part of it too. I want to get rid of the blush. It's stuff like that. Yeah, so this needs something, and I'm thinking if I start doing art streams again, it'll probably be stuff like this. Like making eyes like this, and I don't know really what I want to do with this. It needs something, though. Turn that off. Fix the that. All right, there we go. Fix the tick. All right. Real old man, he had and everything. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I see you, devil. I see you. I see you joined. Going up a thing. I'm gonna laugh if someone purges all of these before you bring them. What up, girl? I've tried flirting with Devil on so many different platforms, and the only one she's replied on is TikTok, and I'm like, God damn it. I was like, I will flirt on Discord. Did not work. I tried flirting on Instagram. Did not work. I have found her Snapchat. I've been debating adding it. I have not, though. But I could. They're like, wait, what? I need a vote. Don't do this. Don't out me like. Of them? Yeah. Okay, so what's really funny is I wanted to make this into like a little game so that people would try spawning all of them, and then other people would use their points to try and get rid of them beforehand. So if you use the purge command, right, you kill all of them. That's what happened at the start of the stream when I saw that there was a couple on there, and I just pressed the purge, and a little plane came in, dropped a little bomb, right, and it blew them all up. So people are able to use their channel points on Twitch in order to just wipe them all out. So I want to change that to a third-party system. That way it can be used on YouTube and TikTok as well. But so far what's happened is people are just like, this is mine. And they just like, when they first get here, they immediately spawn one. Well, when I do chatting stream. During Zenless Zone Zero, they aren't even on. But that's what people were doing. They were just like, oh, yep. Like, that's how I know when Tank is here, because the fox is immediately up. Like, all right, cool. People just associated with ones with themselves. And then BB will just be hanging out and he'll be like, time to purge. And he just bombs them all, which is great. I think it's hilarious. The way I see it is people, the longer that they're here, the more points that they get, right? The more points they get, the more they're able to spawn things on the screen. There's also like the ability to change the color of the microphone, change the chair, change the background, add effects to my model, change the drink. So I try and make my stream pretty interactive. Just because, you know, I don't got money, so I try and make it fun in other ways. Know what I mean? All you got to do is just hang out and stuff works. But anyways, though, that funny, really, a really funny thing is fighting with people on Twitter. I was like, this is good. I like this. This is fun. Oh, me. All right. So what do we want to do today? What do we want to talk about? Because I was already saying I'm going to be doing IRL stream. It apparently does not matter what I stream. You guys are here regardless. So I can be a variety stream. Because you guys are like, I really don't care. I'm here for whatever. Which I should have been able to realize that when, you know, I do chatting streams or I do art streams. I play Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer, or I play Skyrim, or play Zenless Zone Zero. And you guys are still here. So I should have known that before. But I don't know. I don't really need a schedule for things then. It's just like, hey, I'm just doing this. It would be nice to have a proper schedule for stuff. Like, realistically, it would make more sense for me to have a schedule for things. And then I'm like, people expect certain things on certain days. But, you know, if you guys are just here to hang out, you know, it doesn't really matter. I like hanging out with you. That's what you guys like hanging out with me. I'm cool with whatever. It also means that if I do, like, collabs and stuff, you guys aren't really going to complain. You'll just be like, hey, I guess we're playing this game today. Like, I'm debating playing Schedule 1 on stream. Should I? Probably not. Because, I don't know, I've played a little bit of it. My buddy got it for me because he wanted someone to play with. And then we were both busy when we went to go actually play. Like, God damn it. We need to figure something else out. But I'm like, well, maybe I won't play that on stream. But I saw that Doki Bird was playing that Super Mario Mon, and I was like, that actually looks kind of fun. Maybe we'll do something like that at some point. Play through that. Be kind of cool. We could piss off a bunch of the antis on Twitter, and we can play Moemon, you know, which is just Pokemon Emerald, but it's a bunch of lol. We could do that. Oh, Devil started her thing. She's gonna be just sending a bunch of likes. She's already at 30, 45. Oh man, 61. Yep, Grim's about to get a lot of hearts, boys. I see you, Huggable. What you up to? I see you lurking. See? 106. Look at this girl go. She has started her little journey of booping my schnoot. That is what she's doing. Tapping me in the face. It is what it is. Yeah, I try and make like the stream pretty interactive. I like that TikTok can't really see what I'm talking about right now. I could probably show you guys. You should be able to see. This one. Yeah, you see the stuff on screen there? I got my microphone. I got my drink. There's a little table. All of those little, like, there's the Vulpix and the Sylvie on there. Those are little stuffies that they are able to put up on screen. That's a thing. They use their channel points over on Twitch. I want to make a third-party system. I'm probably going to use a StreamerBot, and then I'll set it so that people get the same points regardless. It's just based off of watch time. And maybe I'll start doing like Gamba. You know, that'd be kind of neat. I'll set that up for the same amount of points on YouTube, same amount of points on Twitch, the same amount of points on TikTok for how long you've been watching, that it'll interact and it'll give you those points, and then you use those points to use commands instead. And the commands will be able to, you know, summon these. I might transfer all of my stuff over that way. It will just take a while. Before I even attempt doing something like that, I want to set up the IRL streams, get that all set up. We're going to go back to this one because this one looks better for... Well, actually realizing it, saying the things that I was for TikTok, they're probably like, what the hell is he talking about? There's no chair. There's no microphone. There's no drink. It's like, yeah, it's a different scene. But you could see it for a moment there. See? It is there. Also, remember to pay your cult taxes. I have bills to pay. Join the virtual vermin. We are a cult. And I just like working on stuff and doing things. Those eyes are definitely something I was really, like, I really enjoy. Probably gonna do more art streams like that. 703, goddamn girl. Why do you keep hitting me in the face? What's wrong with you? I know that you're hitting me in the face. Like the people message me at 3 o'clock in the morning. They know that I'm awake. I literally got a message just like, hey, when are you free next? I'm like, I'm not even going to reply to this right now. I am streaming. Gotta go to bed, trash. Been up since 5 a.m. It's now 3:31. Okay, okay. Okay. Boy, be lurking, though. I do appreciate the lurk. Thank you. Boost my fucking numbers. I should probably make that notification a little bit smaller. I should probably put it over there. Probably. I appreciate it, Bio. Thanks. Also, have a great night, homie. Get some good snoozes. Oh, she hit 1,000. Let's go. Devil, when are you going to flirt back? If I can just get you to lurk in my chat. My brother in Christ, I am never on my computer. And when I am on my computer, I am like working on stuff. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm just like, all right, I got to make sure that this works, or I'm like editing videos, so I can't have background noise because I'm not one of those type of people that can edit with background noise. I need to only hear the video. I am sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. There is actually a browser extension now that will automatically open up a tab when you have like creators that you put into it go live. It'll automatically open up the tab so you can. So I might go and set that up. I might set that up for you, buddy. I might. Like, provided that you do it for me too. I need you to DM me the program name you told me to get for OBS to multi-stream to both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, that's the Stream Elements one. What's it called? Stream Elements multi-streaming. That's all. Do that right now. Actually. Last time I there it is. There you go, buddy. Boom. Bam. Want to do more YouTube stuff? Hell yeah. Honestly, YouTube is like one of the better platforms. They still really need to work on their streaming related things. But I realized, like, are you watching this as a short or are you watching it on like the main? Because I'm starting to realize that if you stream as a short instead of a normal YouTube, even if it's the same ratio of like the 16:9 as opposed to the 9:16, you get more views because people are just scrolling and they might stumble across. But yeah, the Stream Elements multi-streaming allows you to like set up a vertical stream as well. That's how I stream to TikTok. And there's no harm in doing multi-streaming, honestly. Right? Like, yes, technically Twitch's TOS says that you can't have a mixed chat on stream, but like nobody has ever gotten in trouble for that. Normal streams? Alright, cool. That's fair. But I have it listed as a it's good to know that I don't need to list it as a normal stream for it to also count as normal. Because I should be in the shorts algorithm because I have it listed as. Hence why if someone were to like type in the YouTube chat, like if I just go like boom bap, all right, I type that in, it should pop up over as the shorts logo, not the normal YouTube logo. If it decides it wants, yeah. So you see how it's the shorts logo? It's because my stream is in the shorts algorithm, not the normal algorithm. So I would prefer to have it as a shorts video style, because then it has the same format as TikTok and it will look better. But people are going to watch it regardless. I learned this because I was literally just scrolling on TikTok the other day and I saw that Sayu was live and I clicked on it and it was literally just like, you know, this rectangle shape, not the phone shape. But I still watched it on TikTok and just chatted with them. It was fine. They're under my recommended sub live streams. Yeah, well, fair enough. Yeah. If you're on a phone, in theory, it should still load as a shorts. Or if you're in the shorts algorithm and scrolling, I might pop up. I realize you get more views that way. Is it a lot? No. But it's still more. Because generally I was 2307. Goddamn, girl, how many times do you need to punch me in the face? I realized that if you end up doing that, like, it's a few more eyes, right? So like people will discover you and they'll be like, hey, this guy's content is interesting. So it's like, oh, he's doing something neat, you know? So it's a little bit more. So every little bit helps, you know? But I find that YouTube is definitely the better platform for consolidating all of your content, right? Because like think about it. It has the posts, right? So you can yeah, I enjoy tapping. I see that. What's it? Don't you nut on me? I'm talking. But what's it called? The a brain just went all dumb because of the yeah. Yeah, so it has like obviously videos, right? It also has shorts like TikTok, right? Because YouTube is YouTube, right? You go there for videos. But then it's also got the shorts like TikTok and Instagram. It's got the live streams like Twitch. It's got the posts like Twitter and Facebook, right? So it's kind of everything all in one. If you do a podcast, that gets its own tab. right? So it keeps everything all organized too, right? So you have like the shorts tab, you have the videos tab, you have the live streams tab, you have the posts tab. So like it's the best spot to consolidate everything, but it doesn't have the same sense of community for live streaming, right? That Twitch has, because admittedly it's harder to get emotes and everything. And their emotes are specific only to your channel. To my knowledge, I could be entirely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's only specific to your own channel. Their memberships is definitely a good thing, but it's harder to get into all of it. You need to have at least 1,000 subscribers. I think it's 500 now. But you have to have a certain amount of like watch time within like the past 30 or 90 days. But it's stuff like that. You talking is why I nut. Says Mexican boy.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Um, but like it realistically is the best for all that. And like, yes, Twitch, you can upload videos, right? But you're limited on the amount of videos that you can, right? They now have like the stories option, right? Of which is just shorts, right? And I like that you can remix your, like, not really remix, you can edit your clips into being short. And clips is definitely something that YouTube needs to have a tab for. And I'm sure they will. Like, I can see YouTube mimicking Twitch in a lot of ways and innovating it to be better, you know? Like, think about it. Like, stories was originally a Snapchat thing. And then, you know, Instagram started doing it and they did it better, right? TikTok started doing it. It's not much different than how its normal platform stuff was, so it worked. And that started on Snapchat, and now no one really cares about Snapchat stories. If your Snapchat story is in my fucking way of me trying to talk to you, I'm going to be really. And I don't want to see you host an entire concert in 97 different parts. All right. Like, no, thank you. I don't care. All right. Like, I'll just watch a video that someone recorded on their phone rather than watching you having it broken up. Like, I don't care. Right. It's stuff like that. So, like, I could see YouTube innovating what Twitch has done. But what they really need to do is get the chat better. They need to make it more interactive. They need to make it so it's got like the same what's the way I want to say this? The same control over chat that Twitch has. You know what I mean? And like, they need better bots. But other than that, like, I don't see an issue with anything else that they're doing. Like, realistically, at some point, yeah, it'd be really cool to have a podcast. But I just, it's very useful. And I wish that you could make, well, there is also the playlists tab, yeah. But I wish that you could have like different collections so that it's different content that people could subscribe to specifically on your channel. Like, notify me when this playlist gets a new video. Because I feel like that would help a lot. Then I wouldn't need to have my Let's Play channel and then also have my tech channel. Everything can be consolidated on one channel. But if I end up just doing my introspective videos, and then I also put tech videos in, right? And then I also put my gaming videos in. Like, nobody know, like, the algorithm doesn't know what my channel is, right? But if they were to, like, say, make it so the tags were actually useful, because, like, using tags really does, like, realistically speaking, using tags does not help much on YouTube. It's a little bit, but it's a thing. But I guess it's not the best. And I don't know, man. It's if you can make it so you can subscribe to a playlist, right? Because there's plenty of playlists that I have saved. I don't know when they get updated, right? I have to go to the actual channel to see that. So if you were to make it so that I could get notifications for a playlist, right? Well, now I have different quote unquote collections, right? So then there's people, I could keep it all in one channel. I wouldn't need to have all these different channels. It would make it so much easier for me to upload content. I wouldn't need to swap accounts. You know what I mean? But then people that follow you for all of your content, they can find it all in one spot rather than being like, okay, I got to follow this one, this one, this one. Right? But that's just not how it's set up, right? Which is fine. Like, YouTube is still going to reign champ when it comes to long form videos. And I think that's the main pull for them. But like, shorts is where it's at. Ironically, TikTok now allows you to put hour-long videos. So they're both going in opposite directions, where YouTube is trying to do shorts better. And they went from 1 minute to 3 minutes now, which is nice. But I think they should just not put a cap on how long your shorts video. And it's just that format. Like, I understand it's called short. Like, realistically, they should be short. But like, I don't know, just call it like scrolls or something. Like, why not? I like watching content in different layouts. If I'm at my computer or on my TV, on like my like using like a console, then obviously I want this like format, right? Like the rectangle, 16:9. But if I'm just on my phone, I don't want to turn my phone after every video, right? And then turn it back, and then turn it and turn it back. I just want to scroll up. So just make it so that you can make that same kind of video. That like give it the same option that TikTok has, where you can just click it and click full screen and then turn your phone. Right? Yeah, that's fine. But allow me to upload full length videos into the short feed. It just makes sense to me. But that's why I started streaming into it. Hence why, you know, it has that logo, because in theory it should be in the short feed. I don't know. Realistically, like they're doing pretty well with their posts. I do like their posts, and I haven't scheduled any posts in over a month now. I really should fix that, because that's a good way to get interaction on your channel. It's just like doing like polls, asking questions, giving updates to your community about things that are happening, that kind of thing. Like it realistically could be an all-in-one platform. Because like everyone tries to be like Twitter or Facebook, and they don't really do it that well. YouTube does it pretty well, all right? Like there's a reason why, you know, nobody really uses Instagram Threads or Meta Threads, because they've already got Facebook. Right? So why would they use Threads? Yes, I do use Threads, but it's kind of like a bastardization mixture of Facebook and Instagram, with like a very limited amount of tags that you. And then when you look at well, I don't even think Twitch has an option to make posts. If it does, I don't know about it. So that's not good marketing. Right? TikTok tried doing the TikTok. Oh God, what was that called? I don't even know what it was called. But TikTok had its own notes, I think it was TikTok note, whatever. They tried having like their own text platform. That got shut down because like nobody used it. Right? Like that's not what people are using that platform. And I feel like YouTube is in a very special spot where people are going to go there regardless. So doing the best at everything might not be feasible, but being amongst the best is within their wheelhouse. Like they're owned by Google. They have the money. Twitch is owned by Amazon, and it has always been at depth. Twitch has always worked at a loss. It is not profitable for the company to be running, but it's the community that keeps it going, and that's why they did that. And then Amazon bought it and was like, oh, let's try and make more money. So it's like, oh, let's raise the price of subscription, right? Let's make it so when they use Amazon Prime with it, it'll be a free gift sub type thing, or free sub that they can have. But then, like, oh, well, there's also, you need to get Nitro, and you got to get this. Is it called Nitro? Whatever the hell. I don't even know. They've changed the names and stuff so many. Like, all these ads and everything. And it's just like, why does Twitch got to have so many ads? And like, I get it, because they're trying to make their profit back. Which I'm surprised is still around. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting it to shut down live. But I think it has to do with the whole, like, the plague that happened. That it had a resurgence of people that are watching content and creating content. So they were like, all right, let's keep it going a little bit longer. But they were doing a lot of practice that is seen when you're about to close out a company or sell it. They just try and cap it for every dollar. And I'm starting to realize that maybe they're gonna hold on a little bit longer. But it's not looking good. It really isn't. YouTube is really looking like, if they step their game up with the streaming, like number one, like make the chat better. Like just make the chat better, please. That is the main thing. Like people have amazing communities on YouTube. The comment sections in a lot of communities are great. There are terrible ones, obviously, but like if you're able to get that same community into the chat, but like people just don't want to use the chat because it's not that good. Like I know a lot of people that will watch like if the person multi-streams. Good example, ZFG, right? One of my favorite streamers, right? I haven't missed a single one of his streams in, I want to say 3 years. Like I watched the VOD, right? But I haven't missed a single one of his streams. And there's so many people that watch the stream on YouTube and have the chat from Twitch on their phone or on another monitor, because the chat on Twitch is better. but the video quality is better on. So it's one of those things where it's like you got to figure out how to make it better, do all this, make clipping better on YouTube. You've got it down. It's not hard. The people at YouTube that are in charge of doing the streaming side of everything, you need to talk with the people that do the shorts. You need to talk with people that do the long form stuff, right? And then you need to look at Twitch and see what they're doing. The reason that there's successful other streaming platforms, such as Kick, which I wouldn't argue is the best, right? But all they're doing is copying Twitch one to one, right? That's all you gotta do. D Live tried being innovative, didn't work. Right? Provo, for a little while was trying to be just like, and then they tried innovating, didn't work. Right? There's so many streaming platforms that they tried being like Twitch and it was working, and then they tried innovating and it didn't work. YouTube is that one platform where all you got to do is mimic it and then use the features that you take from it to interact with your other features that you've already got that are better than it, right? Because, like, when was the last time that you went on Twitch and started looking for clips? You didn't, but they popped up on your YouTube recommended and you watched them. You know? So all you got to do is just make it so clipping is better. Make it so the chat interaction is better, right? Make it so like memberships can be set to like what, $1, right? Instead of like a Twitch sub, which is like what, $7, right? Get the same benefits. Make it easier for people to do that, right? Give it, I wouldn't say like the exact same requirements as Twitch, but like lower what it is, right? Why do you need this many watch hours to be able to make it so that we can make money and you can take a percentage of that? Give us the same cut. Like obviously the taking less or taking more of our money is not a good thing. But if you were to give the same deal that Twitch has, right, of the 50-50 cut, and the requirements are a little bit harder, right, more people would come to the platform because people can decide how much they want to, set their memberships. So yeah, you might only be making 50 cents per subscriber at that point, right? Or I guess member, but at the same time, it's 50 cents that you didn't have because you set it to $1. It makes more sense to do that. But I feel like YouTube they're going to come out swinging one of these. They're going to look at all this and just go, you know what? If we just take all of that, make it our way, it'll be so much better. And pretty much everything that I just said, if they start doing that, oh my God, YouTube is going to be the best platform. It is going to be so much nicer. Make a tab that's just posts that people can see on the main feed, not just videos. Don't mix it in with stuff, right? Because like when you're scrolling on your phone on YouTube, you get like the shorts, you get the YouTube videos, and every once in a while you get a post, right? And like you'll see like a live stream pop up. But if you make like just separate tabs on like the browser, like for like your actual computer, and I could be wrong, there might already be one for posts. I could take a look right now. I see home, I see shorts, I see subscriptions. I don't see one for posts, right? Essentially just give me the same kind of idea. Give me a post section so I can like treat YouTube like Twitter or Facebook. And it's not hard to pretty much just make a forum website. I know I've been on thousands of them since I was a kid, and even in the 90s we had them. Hello everyone. I am the Twitch traveling crab who reminds you to stay hydrated. Have a wonderful day. Oh, well thank you, Ori. We appreciate that. I will drink my drink. I was talking for a hot minute there without getting moisture up in my body. Thank you for that. I'm hoping that you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. Right? Like realistically speaking, YouTube just needs to add like essentially Twitter for their posts. Right? Make an entire section so that posts go on there. I would more actively use it if I can like shit post on YouTube better. Right? Like yeah, I can. I just have to go to my page in order to do it. If I already have a feed that I can click on and then I have like a little plus button like every other website does, like sometimes mimicking something is the best way to do it, right? Look at Blue Sky. That is just Twitter, but it doesn't have the same text cap, so it's a little bit better. Processing videos that you upload, but it's still better. But I still use Twitter because, number one, Blue Sky is a little toxic, but I can't say Twitter isn't. It's just kind of, I don't know, Blue Sky is more of like an echo chamber more than anything. for a lot of people, but I don't know, I post my video. Why not? And I talk on there. Twitter, I more shit post. So if YouTube were to have a forum style like that, just like how like Facebook or Twitter is, that would work, right? And then you can link to your videos. You've already got all the stuff there, right? But you just only see it on your phone. So make an entire tab on YouTube. YouTube has so much potential to be the platform, right? Like the platform. They just need to fix their Twitch chat. They need to make clipping or not Twitch chat, their YouTube chat, so it's like Twitch. Um, they need to allow you to have like a bunch of emotes, uh, just and like an affiliate like program. And then they also just need to have like essentially a Twitter tab because they've already got that platform there. Just you only really see it on your phone, right? Like you rarely see it on like desktop. Make all that. You've already got the best like platform for videos. Your streaming isn't bad. You just need to improve a few things to make it better. And then like your short speed is no different than TikTok, really. You're just limited to 3 minutes. Get rid of that limitation. Some people are just more comfortable using just their phone to film content. So why limit them to 3 minutes? Right? It's nice that you raised it from 1 minute to 3, but don't limit it. Make it up to an hour then, just like TikTok, right? Or just be like the rest of YouTube and it's just in its own feed. If something is uploaded in that format style, right? Like you already have a bot that is able to tell the ratios, right? Make it so anything that is in like a phone ratio goes into its own feed, right? And then have anything that is in a normal screen platform, like a modern day screen, like 16:9, have that into its own, which is the main one. Have the option to swap between them on both. And then, you know, like anything that's like a 4:3 ratio, like an older style video, why not just put it in both? Why not? You know, it fits in both. Just do it. I feel like it's just the best way to do all that. I need to talk to someone from YouTube. I have connections in like Twitch staff. I have connections in Provo staff. I have connections in D-Live staff. I don't have any Kick staff, but thanks for the one heart or heart me. Um, but I feel like, you know, if I can get in touch with a YouTube person, but I'm not big enough for that. One day, I agree with the YouTube post tab. Whenever someone posts, it's always limited to the channel. It would be a good update. Anyways, I'm off channel 255. Have an amazing stream. Oh, so much. All right. I hope that you have a fantastic day as well. All right. Thank you for hanging out and for telling us to hydrate. Love you, homie. But realistically, like a tab like that. God damn, devil, she's giving me. Look at all this money. Girl, what you doing? Trying to buy my love. Already has it. She's really pretty. And she's Canadian. Oh, fellow snow monkey. She lives all the way across the country. But like, I could visit. Yeah, I feel like a tab like that would be super dope. Because like then I could just shit post on YouTube. It'd be nice. And then people will use it like Facebook more than Twitter probably. So you could treat it like it's Instagram at the same time. Enjoy supporting you. Oh man. So you're gonna get me two half. Don't need pretty girls flirting with me and giving me money. Need them cuddling me and giving me kisses. Wait, what? Just saying, bro. And I'm lonely. Vivian. Hello. How you doing? I'm a gift giver. Hey, yo, devil. Marry me. How's your day going, Vivian? Or should I call you the TikTok name? Which do you prefer? I mean, it's easier for me to remember the one that I'm seeing, you know, because you're Bia, right? Pretty sure you're Bia on TikTok. Yeah. Devil just wanted to be that top spot. I think she just wanted to be the top spot on the top viewers. You know? Also, the audio is okay, right? Like my mic isn't peaking or anything. I don't know. I'm just trying to have a chill. I'm just hanging out. Like, only like 4 a.m. No big deal. Just I figure I'll end up doing more. I'm gonna be starting IRL. I just need to figure it all out. The phone is 5%, and I forgot the charger at my mom's house. Then why are you watching streams, you butthead? What's wrong with you? Find a charger. Or a computer or something. I need the views. I'm a sad, lonely man. Just saying hello? Ah, fair enough. Enough. Okay. I do appreciate it. Surprisingly, we're not playing Zenless today. I'll probably play that off stream. No. I'm just saying. I'm probably going to play it more off stream. Just because, I don't know, I don't want to just be stuck to needing to talk when I play the game. I like playing it on my own. I might do that more. Like, once the new banner comes out, I'll probably stream it. I have a lot of those. Also realized that my streams have been a lot longer since I started playing it. I should be focusing more time on, like, making videos than streaming. Because it's a lot more discoverability that way. Really all depends. So I am curious. With the idea I was talking about making categories, I wonder if podcasts, using the podcast tab, because you can upload podcasts. That might work. I might do that. I might try and figure something out with that. Do that for like game. Nah, I've got the game. That's fine. I'll just keep everything on separate channels. It's okay. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. I feel like if YouTube were to just do all that though, they would become the platform. Like, I don't think I would use many other platforms. I would focus solely on just creating content on that one because I'd put everything on. It needs better interaction with control from chat. Like, having channel points would be amazing. I think that's one of the main things that YouTube is really lacking is like making people want to stick around because we like seeing the number go up, right? We like being like, oh, look at my channel points. Like, my bot account has 400,000 channel points, all right? And like, yes, my bot account is in my stream every day. However, there are other people that are also in my account or watching my streams every day, and their account probably has close to 400,000 points. So I feel like if YouTube were to integrate something, I mean, yes, I am gonna do like the third party stuff, but still, gonna buy a charger. I'm going to spend 20 pounds on a fucking charger. Oh, oof. Hey, at least you'll have one. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, they need to improve the chat, and then YouTube will be just peak. It's already the best, like, video platform. Now, yes, it does have its issues, obviously. But, and that's why there's also backups of my videos on my Odyssey, my Rumble, and my Fourth Wall. If you guys ever need to, if any of my stuff ever goes down, you can check those for backup. On Fourth Wall, I was like, you know what? I've got merch. I might as well also put my videos on. Apple is hella expensive. Yeah, it's also shit. You're paying for outdated hardware, outdated software, and you're just paying for the logo. That's all. Because believe it or not, those phones are also made in China. And people are like, oh no, but our camera's better. I'm like, the fucking iPhone camera has not been better than an Android camera since like 2014. What are you on about? They're like, no, it's better. I'm like, do you know who makes the cameras for iPhones? Samsung. Guess who also makes phones? Samsung. Guess who uses the same cameras? Samsung. And then it's like, oh, but the ecosystem. Oh, the exclusivity ecosystem that limits you on your ability to share and network with things. Ah, sounds great. Oh, your outdated texting infrastructure, of which is currently a cause for a lawsuit against Apple because it's causing issues with servers for other fucking phone companies. Wild. And it's like, oh, or maybe that lightning charger that you guys had for the longest fucking time, which was one of the slowest chargers ever made, by the way, even though it's called Lightning. And they were forced to swap to USB-C because it broke laws in Europe. I believe it was in England, of making it so that the accessibility to electronics or something like that they have. So it's like, ah, man, Apple, such a great company. Remember back in the day when Apple was cost less, does more? Yeah, back in the day when they were actually a good company with the Macintosh computer back in the day. But now it's just fucking shit. IBM fucking destroyed them one day and they were like, well, I guess we're done with being kind. We're just going to fuck people over. And then, Mr. Cancer Nuts decides that he wants to, be like, oh, we're creating a new phone. And it's the best thing ever. And it innovated touchscreens, of which I'm not going to lie, it did. But the iPod Touch was garbage and the first iPhone Touch was garbage. And then they ended up just being the iPhone and they ended up getting better. And the only thing they got going for them is the one program that gives them really good face tracking software, which I'm almost certain that Android has caught up in this. Because Meow Face was made by one dude who just didn't like that Android didn't have it. And he was using a shitty phone in order to create it. And then I'm certain that it's been upgraded since I looked into it 3 years ago. Especially with phones getting better. I don't like Apple products. Also, like their planned obsolescence. That's always fun. I would like to have my overpriced phone where the screen breaks the first time it's dropped, even though it says it's Gorilla Glass, but it's not, Hey. And then they're like, oh, well, look at this new feature that we got. We can just swipe our finger across the keyboard and spell words that way. It's like, yeah, we've had that since like 2010. Like, what? I'm like, can you wirelessly charge your phone? Well, yeah. Okay, well, we had that 5 years ago. I'm like, and it's like, oh, can you charge someone else's phone with your phone? Can you what? Yeah, we can do that. Anything Apple gets, we already had like 5 years. We can see you don't like, but shh, no, this is my stream. I talk shit when I want to talk shit, and I have made it very clear in all of my streams. If people bring up Apple products, I am going to talk shit about them because they are absolute fucking garbage. The last time that Apple made a good product, right, was the iPod Nano because it was cheap, it was convenient, and there was back and then you could put MP3 files into your iTunes and it would automatically add it to your iTunes. So you could use pirated music. I stream, I own it? No, it's not. But yeah, that was the last time they made like a good thing. Was the iPod Nano. Because they were inexpensive as opposed to the normal iPod. Like you used to be able to just get them in little vending machines. It was great. If you needed music and you like your MP3 player broke or your Zune, you're like, oh fuck, I'll just go grab an iPod Nano. Right? And then like you just install iTunes, transfer all your MP3s into it so it can just read them, throw them onto it. There you go. And yeah. But I still preferred MP3 players because oftentimes MP3 players are like a little bit more expensive, but they're more durable, right? And then MP4 players came out. MP4 players were fucking dope, bro. Well, you could just play like Snake, Tetris on this tiny little screen using like the 5 buttons that you got there, and then it was nice. But you could watch tiny little videos. You're watching videos in like 240p, but because it was such a small screen, it looked fine. It was great. It attached to the iPhone, and now I struggle with Android. No, it's because iPhones are designed for children and old people. That's why. They're made so that you don't need a fully functioning brain to be able to comprehend how they work. Whereas Android has a learning curve on it where you can use it just basic, and then you slowly learn how much more you can do with it and how much control you have over it. It is significantly better. Because the amount of control that you have over your device. It can become your device. It isn't easily replaced. I'm a 91-year-old woman. Makes sense. Which is really funny. Our one family friend, right? To me, he's an honorary uncle, right? He was over, I want to say, like 4 or 5 days ago. And, I had just woken up. I'd come upstairs and he was over. He goes, oh, hey. So, I did what you told me not to. I was like, but did you try going for a run?
You want to be my subby?
Rangoon! Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. How's it going? Yeah, so, and this guy is like 60-something, mid to late 60s, right? Family friend, honorary uncle, right? He goes, yeah, I did what you told me not to. I was like, oh, you went for a run? He goes, I can't run. No, I bought an iPhone. I was like, why? He goes, don't fucking know. Hate it. Bringing it back tomorrow. I was like, oh, yeah? He goes, can't do it. Once you showed me how an Android worked a couple years ago, oh man, I could not use an iPhone because he had a flip phone, right? And then he got an Android and I showed him how it worked. And then he tried using the iPhone. He's like, this fucking piece of shit can't control shit, can't change nothing. Fucking. And I'm like, makes sense. Yep. Hate this thing. That's funny. Lurking, I appreciate it. Gotta go. All right. Enjoy having your dead phone and buy a charger. Ooh. Yeah, it's funny. iPhones. I hate Apple products. Yeah, it's just a shit company that likes to like scam their own fucking supporters and then have like indoctrinated everyone to be like defending it with their life. Like, oh well, our cameras are better. Your cameras are not better. My camera can literally take a picture of the fucking moon's surface from the fucking ground with no external lenses. I'm pretty sure that's better than anything I'm gonna need ever. Your camera is not as like doesn't matter. At this point, it's inconceivably how minute of a difference there is between the cameras, of which is still in the favor of Android being better. It's like, you know why? Like, look, we have 5 cameras. It's like, yes, so do we. Guess who fucking made them? Samsung. All right. And guess what? They were made in the same fucking factory in China, anyways. You're just paying for an apple with a bite out of it. That's all you're fucking paying for. I hate Apple. This has been the Apple rant. Devil, are you still here or did you run away? You might have ran away. I haven't been seeing no boom bap. I haven't been seeing no alerts pop up, and I haven't seen no chatting. Girl hates me. Right away. I'm here? Oh, okay. You just don't care to talk to me. She's like, I'm using an iPhone. Eepy? This bitch has the eepy? Bro, it's only like 1 a.m. for you. What do you mean? I can't say shit. I'm an old man. I go to bed at like 8 p.m. sometimes. Mind you, I usually get up at like 4 or 5 a.m. And then I'm up all day. Makes sense. But still, I used to run off just 3 hours of sleep, man. Like me 2 years ago, people were like, hey, man, are you up? I'm like, yeah. They're like, when the fuck do you sleep? I'm like, I don't. They're like, what? I'm like, I get like an hour here and there, but I don't sleep. And now I'm sitting here like, I'm just gonna snooze for a few hours. Bye. And then I pass out. And yeah. I know why, honestly. It's because I don't have the energy. I'm not eating enough, and I have the depression. Yeah. Luckily, I'm emotionally inept, and all of this acting, these silly voices, this is a facade. So I'm trying to be entertaining, right? But like, I'm emotionally inept. So I'm not sad. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. But I'm still depressed. Because my body is like, let's be sluggish. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I don't want to clean my room. Taking a shower. Why do I want to go take a shower? I want to hang out with people. I don't want to do anything. No. Right? But like, it's not sad. I don't feel the sad. I'm just neutral. And I just don't want to do anything. It's like, I might as well just. And it's like, I can't be doing this. What happened to me? What happened to me? Like, why the depression? I don't think I get seasonal depression. I don't recall ever getting that. So I'm like, maybe life just sucks right now and I just don't notice. It could just be the fact that I'm stressed about not having money. That's probably what it is. I'm 100% certain that's. But still, you know how it goes. I exist, and that's about it. It is what it is. I will make it through the day. I think it's just the fact that I am a lonely, lonely motherfucker who does not really leave his house much. And it's been too cold and too wet for me to go and just hang out in nature, because that was always my way of fixing it. Yeah, the woods are like fucked right because water is way too high. We had a lot of snow, we had a lot of rain, and like the fucking water's like 20 feet higher than it should be, so it's like midway through the forest as opposed to being in like the actual like river where it normally. Once I get paid, I'll be able to go out and get hammered. Oh, what the fuck? This girl out here making me jealous. Someone getting drunk and not inviting me. God damn. Well, I will fly there. I will find a way. One day, you and me, we gonna hang out, girl. You drinking? I'm a recovered alcoholic. Not really my cup of tea, but like every once in a while I go out for a drink. You know, like this weekend, I drank. It was just beer drinking, but every once in a while I'm like, all right, I kind of want to go. I'm gonna go to a bar, right? I'll have like a few Coke and whiskey. That's about it. Mind you, my little brother was like, hey, you want to go drinking? Or I always go like, hey, do you want to go drinking? I'm gonna go out to the bar, right? Like I'm just gonna have a chill night, just grabbing some Coke and whiskey. Yeah, sure. Went there and he's like, man, we should go to this other bar over here, right? Because we went to a pub, right? I like going to the pub. I like the music. I like just having a few drinks, relaxing. He's like, yo, let's go to this bar over here. They got $2 Jaeger bombs. I was like, all right, fuck it. I've never had a Jaeger bomb before. I used to just drink fucking whiskey and vodka. That was about it. So we go here. I had 20 fucking Jaeger bombs. And then I'd already had like 6 Coke and whiskeys before that. And yeah, I got fucked up. That was the first time I was ever blackout drunk. And I'm a recovered alcoholic. I never blacked out. And then, yeah, I literally texted him in the morning. I'm like, how the fuck did we get home? And then I looked at my phone and I saw that I had like a payment to a cab. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I remember flagging down a cab. Right? I had like a small fucking window of memory where I flagged down a cab and then I paid for a cab home. That was a long time ago. That was like what, last fall, last summer. Yeah, I've never drank like that since. That was not okay. I did not like that. Like how am I a recovered alcoholic and I never blacked out drunk? And then the first time I black out drunk is with my little brother. But he's like, hey, if you were gonna drink like me, well, here's the problem. He is currently an alcoholic, and I'm not. So I didn't realize that, that whole 5-year age difference makes a difference because I was around his age when I was an alcoholic and I could hold my alcohol like it was nothing. Now I barely fucking drink. So my tolerance is not as good as it used to be, I guess. Plus, Jaeger bombs, apparently, you feel the first 4 when you're on the 16th. And then it just compounds. And you're like, oh god, no. And yeah, you get really fucked up. I don't touch Jaeger bombs. I've touched them once and I'll never touch them again. I like casual drink if I'm going to drink. It is just, yeah, I'll have a few beers with my dad or I'll have like a Coke and whiskey with like my brothers. Jaeger bombs are deadly? Yeah, I've never had them before because, I don't know, the smell of Jaeger always threw me off. But when he was like, yeah, they're $2, I was like, hey, yeah, that's fair. I'll drink too, but $2 alcohol? Yeah, sure. Right? $2 shot is nice. Cool. Especially considering at that bar, most shots were like $5, $6. A Jaeger bomb was $2. And since he went there enough, they knew him and they were like, give us like doubles. I drank a lot. And I've not drank like that since. No, I don't think I've even been drunk since. Because I was like, I am afraid. Like I'll have like, I'll have like my Molson Canadians, or I'll have like a Coke and whiskey here and there, or I'll have like a twisted tea. I can only have one of those. I will not drink more than one. But like, yeah, I was messed up, dude. It's cheap for a reason. You definitely don't need a lot. But well, it took a while for me to feel it, and then when I did, it was a lot. And I was like, oh no, I have made a critical error. Kind of sucked. Apparently, I broke up a fight though by being like, hey guys, yo, I understand we're having a disagreement. What if I buy you guys both a drink? We just drop this shit because like I'm trying to have a good night and I don't want to be here. And they were just like, because I'm an intimidating person. I didn't say it just like that. I said it drunkenly, and I said it in my natural voice. I was like, hey guys, that's just a break. Hey, like I'm trying to have a good night. And there was like, and I'm sitting here wearing my chains, a leather jacket. I'm bigger than both of them, and I'm not a big guy. And yeah, my little brother told me about it. It was fucking hilarious. He was like, yeah, apparently you broke up a fight. Or not apparently, you broke up a fight. And I was like, I broke up a fight. He goes, yeah, he explained it. Because yeah, you scared the fuck out of them and you bought them both drinks. Still. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know I could do that. Generally, people just avoid me. So I guess when I approach them, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's good at least. Yeah. See? It was a good time. Don't ever want to do it again. I might go back to that bar again, but I'm just going to have Coke and whiskey. 1 or 2 of them. That's about it. Go there and just... But I don't have money, so I can't do that. To do that. one day when I have money again. It's really funny. Normally when I go to, I normally just go to the pub. If I don't go to the bar, I go to the pub. And I just sit there, and I usually go by myself. And I just have, I have like, from like 2 to 6 drinks, which sounds like a lot, but again, I'm Canadian, got really good tolerance. And being a recovered alcoholic, I can normally hold my alcohol. But again, 20 Jager bombs, 6 Coke and whiskeys, and then whatever else my brother bought me, I don't fuck it. That did fuck me up, especially with not eating all day. Yeah. And I think I was running on very little sleep that day. That kind of messed me up. Normally, I'm really good with my alcohol. So it's like 2 to 6 drinks. I just kind of sit there listening to music, hanging out at the bar, talk to the bartenders every once in a while. That was pretty much all I ever did at the. Yeah, bring my brother, and he was like, "Let's go to the actual bar over there." All right, sure, whatever. Not a good idea. Very scary. I can handle a lot. Tiny. One of these days, I'm finding a way out there. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna see. I'm down for it. One day. You have to show me around because I do not know that province at all. Bet? Hell yeah. Let's go. One of these days, also, I'm probably just going to randomly add you on Snapchat. You're going to be like, who the fuck is this? Because I found your Snapchat, by the way. It will be very. You'll be like, what? She said, they're like, nah, I don't even use Snapchat. What you mean? Also, I'm really debating if I should like keep doing it like the daily streams or if I should change it up to just being certain days. I do like the daily streams because it gives me something I have to do every day. So it's like slowly building a routine. I really need to get on top of it more and be more strict with my timing on stuff. I don't know. I think it's more just like once the weather gets nicer, I'll probably be able to do it because I'll be out in the sun all day and then I'll want to come and sit down. I'll probably just sit at my computer and be able to work on things and be able to chat with you guys and play video games. Do art and stuff. Plus a nice day of like working out. Pretty good for like, oh, this is my wind down time. I'm gonna go play some Zooter, or I'm gonna go play some ZZZ, or I'm gonna go and do some like VTuber. I'm gonna start working on a Vroid mod. Just gonna sit down and chat with everybody. Like my hangout time. This is my social interaction. You guys are who I hang out with. I don't have IRL. Most of them work too much, and I never see them. And the only other people are my brothers and my parents, which they're cool and all, but they're family. Like it's different. I'm sure you guys understand. It's completely different. Just chatting with everyone. Actual chat. Because I can talk about really stupid shit with family and friends that I know IRL, but like you guys, it's just, I don't know. It's weird because like there's a layer of disconnect between us, but it feels like I can talk with you guys about more stuff. If that makes sense. I think it's that layer of disconnect that kind of makes it so I can talk with you guys more. Because like I'm not physically seeing you. I have no issues with ever meeting any of my like followers. I have made like friends with a lot of my followers. Like that's when like people join. I've already checked out their channel and everything, and I was like, oh man, I saw you followed me when you were offline or whatever. So I end up checking it out. I'm like, oh, I know what the fuck you do. Like I know you now. And like my best friends, that I know, like my best online friend. I do have an IRL best friend, but he has to be my best friend because he's one of my brothers at this point because I've known him since I was 4. I turned 29 in a few months. I've known him like a quarter century. I kind of have to be best friends with him. No. No, like Geki and BB and like Show and Banana, like those guys, some of my closest friends. Masada, you guys are all fucking amazing. Right? Like I love all those guys. Right? Those are some of my closest friends. Right? And those are my online friends. And I feel like I can talk to them about literally anything. Also, Devil, did you realize that you brought it up to 3,000 likes on the channel? You hit me that many times. want you to know. This seems like a little bit of an abusive relationship. I don't really know how long I want to stream today. Like, normally chatting streams are anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours, and we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I haven't streamed in a few days because I don't know how long I want to go. It's only 4. Oh, we missed it. Oh, it's 4:22. It's 4:22 in the morning. I really know what I want. Like, is there any topics that you guys want to discuss? Anything that you think I should stream? Anything that anyone that's like, hey, I want to collab and do this shit. Ideas for things that I could do. Again, I am planning to set up the IRL stream. I just need to figure it out. Like I could, I mean, yeah, all my USB stuff that I've got plugged in. I'm sure that I don't need all of it. I think I have one USB slot on the back of my computer still. So I could just use a webcam rather than my 4K camera because I don't have the micro HDMI to HDMI cord anyways. I should probably just use that other webcam that I've got. And that's how we'll set up doing the IRL stuff. I'm not. I've also really got to figure out how to enable and disable certain channel point rewards because you used to be able to do that. Now I can't. I don't know why. I have that automatically enable and disable. It changes scenes. I think I can do that through Touch Portal. So if I were to have Touch Portal open and have it set to certain hotkey combinations, will activate buttons. I could probably make it so that hotkey combination is set through Sammy, and that might work. That might be an idea. That is a weird workaround. Because in Sammy, I used to. I don't know why I can't now. Back when it was Leorin Board 2. Able to just make it so that certain channel point rewards would turn on and off. I can't do that now. Because like, if I were to go from this scene to like the other chatting scene, it would disable the stuffies, right? But then if people were to like bring it over to this scene, it would turn on the stuffies. I need to figure that. That seems like a bit of a struggle. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting doing IRL content again because I have not done it in a. I tried like the last time I was doing IRL content, it was excluding that one stream I did, right? I was doing like my paranormal videos, TikTok, and I tried something new. I tried using like a whole like mask and setup type thing. It's so much effort to set that all, to put on all that. And I miss just going out to the woods and just talking about random. And that was my IRL content. So I feel like doing this content as well as IRL, just kind of mixing it with my VTuber stuff, will be a good way for me to get back into doing that. And I'll probably just like make a post on Trash Boy account like, hey, so as you guys saw, I tried doing something. I wasn't passionate about doing that style. And it was like, yeah, it was a tester way of doing it. I don't really like the whole throwing out a whole setup. Like, I'm not ugly. I should use my appearance to try and get attention. You know, it's an asset of mine. Stupid, but I'm not stupid looking. Oh, I'm kind of stupid. In the cute way. At least I think so. I think I'm pretty. My mother said that I'm pretty. Look at you. My young man is handsome. And I'm like, oh, thanks. I am model. I don't know, man. I also really want to get into voice acting. I have some stuff that I have set up. I'm going to be looking into doing that as well. Because, like, I've got a voice that people seem to like. I figure I should try doing it. Because, like, using my natural voice, like, sounds a lot better. I want a better microphone before I try. Like, I need a better mic. Which is why that's my featured thing on whatever. Maybe one day. You never know. I could get lucky. Could happen.
I will.
Do I want to call it here or not? I don't know. We're 2 hours in. I haven't really done a whole lot. We've been chatting for a while. We have been. Want to work on some stuff. Don't really want to do anything. Same time. Hungry. I don't know. It is what it is. Be what it be. And I don't know how much more of it I have in. I've also really got to start scheduling posts on YouTube again, and there's so much I got to do. There's so much. What to do, what to. I don't know. I think I might call it here. I don't know. What are you guys feeling? Should we do anything? I don't really have the energy to do much right now. If there's any topics that you guys could do that. We're also going to need to nuke all these guys. Weird seeing all these little dittos, but one shiny. He's staying over there. Small Liv is like, I'm terrible. Old Pix is like, if I don't move, they won't notice. Fox is like, what the hell is going on over there? Ditto evolutions. Well. No, should we call it? I think we should. Some kind of energies. But hey, at least we finally beat the 1700 curse. We're finally past that. I want to do more. I want to do. I just don't have ambition to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to work on any art. I don't want to play any video games right now. I don't want to just sit down and watch it. I might do that. I think I'm going to do. I think we're going to call it here, guys. You know, we're just about 2 hours in, an hour and 58 minutes. I will most likely be streaming tomorrow. Not in the morning, because, you know, it's already morning. I'm going to try and aim to get back to my 11 o'clock time. It's just going to need to... It's a lot of fixing a sleep schedule. I think if I just stay up tomorrow, I should be able to fix it, and then I'll just stay up for more than 24 hours. We'll be good. It should be fine. And then if I go to bed at like 7 a.m., I can then fix my sleep schedule. If I wake up at like noon, maybe, and then I can be up all day outdoors in the sun. I don't know. I want to get back to being able to just do like 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, I think I'll just try staying up. I think I can make that. I could probably make that. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. I can manage that. I'll just stay awake for a little over a day. Then. Yeah, because that would be 29 hours. Yeah. I can stay for 20. I'll probably try streaming at 11. Obviously, permitting that, you know, I don't get too exhausted throughout the day working on stuff. We will find out how it all goes for me. I want to get back into working out. I want to get back into like building stuff and doing a bunch of yard work. Because I feel like that'll help my mental health as well. Like the physical exercise is really good for that. I haven't been doing much because, you know, it's been winter. I don't have a job where I'm lifting stuff all day. All the exercise will probably help. I'll try streaming it. I want to get back to my schedule. I miss my schedule. Realistically, though, I'm not going to be perfectly. I actually might have to change my. Let's see. Good stuff. Maybe. Maybe that is it. Yeah, that must be it. Is that a hedgehog? Is that a hedgehog? Maybe that is a schedule. I'm just dumb. No, I definitely changed the schedule. Your schedule. It is? Yeah. Um. Jackie. What up, brother? How you doing, buddy? Trying to find where I updated my schedule. But I don't know where I did that. Where she's at 3108. I really gotta move. I gotta move it like over there. To the middle of this. Yeah, I totally updated schedule. Which is oh, you know, I was probably going to be ending. But I mean, if you're here, we can hang out and do stuff. I kind of want to watch anime. I mean, I'm completely okay with we chilling, we vibing. Okay, I gotta move that. That's starting to bother. Desk. All right, TikTok alerts. Fuck it. All right, there we go. Back over here. What you up to, Geki? Pretty tired? Nah, I feel that, dude. But I'm now planning to stay up for 29 hours so that I can sort of fix my sleep schedule. Speaking of anime, what animes are you watching right now? Right now, I am watching Windbreaker Season 2, Lazarus, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and oh god, it's got a long ass name. Give me a minute. Or to my website. Oh, I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level season 2. It's a very cute slice of life anime about a witch that is like 300 years old, and she was isekai'd into this world, and she is now developing a family with a bunch of like random spirits, dragons, demons, all these things, and it's just very cute. It's adorable, and yeah, it's great. 29 hours? Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. All right, I need to fix my sleep schedule, but it's also getting warmer out, so I want to work on my tan, and I miss working out, and I need the energy, and I have more energy when I'm working out, so I'm gonna be just, you know, oh, bro killed them all. Well, the stuffies are gone. Yeah, so I figured 29 hours, not a big deal, because I got up at like 2, so if I stay up until 7 a.m. tomorrow, and I stream tonight at 11. I'm going to try at the very least. Like you know how I used to be with being able to like go with no sleep. That was only a couple years ago, and I think it's just because my body had adapted to being like that again, and I didn't need to do that. So, and I wasn't depressed when I was like that, or I was kind of depressed, but like I was able to work on through shit. Now I'm sitting here like, I don't know, man. You can wait a minute. Those are the animes that I watch right now. Since BB isn't here, got to do it for him. Valid, fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying to work on some stuff. I just want to be able to get back to how I used to be. And I know that, depression kind of sucks. I'm just lucky that I don't get sad depression or upset or angry or anything like that. I just get like, I don't want to do anything. I'm sluggish. Why would I clean my room? Why would I take a shower kind of feeling, right? Like I'm going to do it anyways, but like I don't want to. I just want to sleep all day. And I hate that because I hate sleeping. I want to get back to working on things. I want to get back to pretty much not sleeping. I miss being able to just sleep. You stinky. I still shower. All right. I'm on Bleach at the moment. I want Crunchyroll so I can watch solo leveling. I have a website for you, significantly better than Crunchyroll. Do not give them your money. Right? Crunchyroll are pieces of shit. Right? Do not give them your money. I will DM you the name of a website. It is always morally right to pirate anime, okay? Because if these companies that you give your money to, if you knew what they did to the actual like studios that make the anime and how little they actually make, you would not support these companies. So if you make them work at a loss because, hey, they aren't making any sales, they'll lower the price. And then by lowering the price for us, more people will come in, and then they can raise the amount that they are giving to the other people because we will be outspoken about the reasoning why anime is being pirated. Okay, give me please. I got you. Just real quick. You got a pen and paper? I did the same to Pokemon. Exactly. Yeah. Wow, this man immediately swapping me to the dumb bitch juice. Did it work? Probably not. Let me fix this. It's been messed up for a while. It's the nanners. I guess I'm not ending stream. We're all hanging out now. Everybody's here. All right. Devil, you got your pen and paper? Or at least able to type it out? A-N-I. The word watch. TV. .to. There you go. There you go. That's what you need. Not here, bro. What do you mean you're not here? You're right there. The fucking wingding. I see you, bitch. Yeah, and I watch TV.to. One more time, please. I'm kind of slow. AnnieWatchTV.to. It's anime, but without me. And then watch TV.to. It's all one word. The dot is obviously a period. There you go. It is always morally correct to pirate anime. Based entirely off of how these companies treat the studios that create the actual. If they end up losing money, it literally is no profit loss to the studios because they're barely making any money anyways, right? And I would just like to point out that Crunchyroll was a pirating website before it got big and they decided to make themselves proper, right? They were a pirating website. I'm just saying. It is always morally correct to pirate anime. Until the studios are treated better, they are not seeing a loss in profits by fewer people going in, It is such a minuscule amount that they are getting paid, it is not worth it. Most of their sales are in the Japanese market. You should not worry about these American websites. Fuck them. They are just scamming the studio. Cost them money. Because, like, North America is such a small percentage of what Japan's studios make from the anime being watched. It's just not worth it. It does not matter. It is always morally correct. It is, my friends. It is what it is. Those are the 4 anime I was watching. Lazarus, I've been killing slimes for 300 years, and Windbreaker Season 2, and My Hero Academia Vigilante. I gotta catch up on a few of those, because, I was kind of busy this weekend. I want to get back to my 3 hours of sleeping that I was, because I always feel the best after just 3 hours of sleep. If I get 3 hours of solid sleep, I feel amazing. And I know that the depression of not being able to afford bills and everything is definitely fucking me up. So, still looking for jobs. I've applied at probably over 300 places at this. I was ballparking it between 250, 300. But at this point, some days I'm applying at 2 to 3 places. Some days I'm applying at 20. Right? So it's crazy. My buddy is trying to get me in at his work, which would be nice. I've also watched Free Run Beyond Journey's End. That is an amazing anime. I have a thing for Free Run. It could just be that I like autistic girls, but whatever. Curse you, job market. Honestly, okay. Let's just say in Canada, there is an influx of workers that should not be working, that don't have the legal right to be working, and they choose to anyways because companies don't need to pay them as much, and therefore hire them anyways, causing more people that are legally allowed to work in the country unable to work in the country. And that money is leaving the country and not going back into our economy. So, I will leave it at that. Otherwise, it comes across as racist. But it's people that don't have legal right to work here because they don't have the type of, well, number one, don't have citizenship, and number two, don't have that particular visa and are still working. So there's a lack of jobs in my country because they're all filled because the companies are like, oh, we don't have to pay the minimum wage. They cost less because they don't know and they don't care. Gotta love it. And if I just say Tim Hortons, I'm sure Devil knows exactly what I'm talking about by what people I'm talking about. And I'm not racist. I'm saying there's a lot of them here that legally can't be working here, and they are anyways. It sucks. I used to never have an issue finding a job. Right? I always had 2 full-time and a part-time job at any given time. They're everywhere. See? She knows. But I always had 2 full-time and a part-time job at any given time. Right? And I could find a job like it was nothing. It was easy. And now you can't find a job for the life of you. It sucks. I'm like, bro, look. Why did I have to leave my old job? Literally, they got rid of the shift now. So they finally did it. Even though they said they were doing it in January, they got rid of it in April. Right? So, whatever. And then they had the PDF file that worked there. And they're dealing with that. And they were trying to get me to fuck with gas lines, of which is illegal. All right? Because I don't have certification or licensing to touch them. I'm loving it. Yeah. Love that place. Talk about it? Yeah. They stole our fucking name. I mean, what? Anyways. In any case, the job market's fucked. I wish I still had a job. But my shift was supposed to be getting rid of, and then now they finally did it months later. Whatever, anyways. I'm already gone. They were having all these other issues. It was just not. That place sucked. I loved my shift because I loved everyone I worked with. It was my best friend, his girlfriend, and for the longest time, this random old dude, it was super cool, and I still talk to him to this day. Right? But my other buddy is trying to get me into his work, which is another place I've worked at before. This one I was fired from, but he doesn't care because he was the one that hired me and not the one that fired me. And the person that fired me was his replacement when he went to a different location. He's like, I would never have fired you. You're not a shit worker. You were one of our best workers. And the reason that he fired you was because you were late too many times. Bro, you live across the street. I was like, yeah, I know. I literally was like a not even 2-minute walk from the store. And the only times I was ever late was when you worked there, not him. It was, yeah, the guy just didn't like anybody that, it was an H&A. Okay, so here's the thing. I had a super cool, ex-military, flamboyantly gay, mid-30s, black manager that was awesome, right? And they replaced him with an ancient-ass white dinosaur. Bro, what, how different can you get? Like, how different can you get, right? And he systematically fired every single one of us with tattoos and piercing for bullshit reasons. And it's like, bro, man, fuck you. Piece of shit. Don't get me wrong. I understand why you think that people with tattoos and piercings are degenerate. I understand. However, that's not the world that we live in anymore. So I do not respect it. So maybe get with the times or dig a grave and hop in. Right? Of which, yeah, after I was let go, you know, not even 2 months later, he was fired because he was running the store into the ground because he got rid of all of his good workers. And they didn't think to call us all back. Because most of us already had a job again. It's the white dinosaur, right? Like, and here's the thing. Like, I don't give a fuck what race you are. So long as you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. But, like, there's certain demographics of certain people that just fit their stereotype, you know? Old fucking white dudes, right, are one of two things. The worst fucking people on the planet or the coolest fucking guy you'll ever meet. That's it. Like, those are the demographics for old white dudes. That's it. You are either the worst person on the planet or you are one of the coolest people I will meet in my entire life. Like, that is it. Those are the two, like, you are one of those two camps. There is no middle ground with old white guys, right? Like, it's either like, you want everyone that isn't your race gone, right? You don't like the gays. You think women belong in the kitchen. Or you're like, man, back in my day, we used to throw a little bit of sugar around, if you know what I'm saying. We used to get the honeys and bring back to our place. We used to have these orgies. Like, they just say the weirdest shit, right? And they're like, yeah, I don't mind what you do, boy. Well, if you ever have a problem, you let me know. I'll teach you how to throw a 1-2. You know, like, that's the two camps. That's old white dudes, right? Like, old black dudes fit into, like, the same category of the coolest guy you'll ever meet as well, right? So, like, I don't have a whole lot of experience with older black gentlemen, right? I don't, which is funny considering that I grew up in a predominantly Middle Eastern and black neighborhood. But there just wasn't a whole lot of black guys. But all of them that I met were pretty cool. But, like, most of them were, like, really cool, right? I'm sure that there's some that were, like, pieces of shit too. But, I mean, I think that's just old people in general. They're either really cool or they're pieces of shit. But, yeah. Like, I don't know. It sounds bad, but I think stereotypes exist for a reason, especially for, like, old white dudes. That is, like, the best example of it. Reasons to hate the French. They're French, you know, like, they all fit the stereotype, you know. On baguette, I am a frog, you know. I eat less snails. I am like the British, but not quite as bad. But vive la revolution, you know. Let's overthrow our government for the 8th time. Oh, is this number 9? 9th time. I don't. It is what it is. So, yeah, my buddy is trying to get me in at his workplace, which is across town, literally across the street from the job that I just quit in January. Again, had to quit because of the situation that I was being forced into, right? And it would have been way too much work to try and go through, like, the proper legal channels for everything. It was just not worth the headache, and they were getting rid of my shift anyways, and I was not changing what job I did, right? No, I was hired as, you know, a form of maintenance. I'm going to be doing maintenance. I'm not changing that. I threw an uncooked noodle at my cat, and he caught it. Hell yeah. You got them cat-like reflexes, bro. Yeah, so my buddy's trying to get me in there, which will be cool if he can. He got our other friend in, but that's a different department. It's his department. He's trying to get me in a different department because I can't do his department because our licensing system here, for, like, driving license, it has the G1, G2, full G, as opposed to America, where it's beginners and, you know, driver's license. Ours is a 3-stage, not 2-stage. During your first stage, you can't drive on your own, and it's as a mechanic. Can't do that. You know, I need to have at least my G2 where I can drive on my own. I very foolishly let my driver's license expire years ago. That was stupid of me. Should never have done that. It is life. You learn from it. realistically, I would love a job in construction, but I will take what I can get. I literally cannot afford to be picky. Like, I cannot afford to be picky about a job right now. There's certain things I can't do. Like, I've had people like, oh, why don't you do the call center stuff? I'm like, dude, I literally talk all fucking night. You want me to talk all fucking day? Hell no. I can't. I don't talk most of the day to begin with. You know? This is the most talking I do in the entire day is my stream. Like, literally all day, I'm like, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Alright, yeah, we could probably do that. Like, that's my entire fucking day, is I barely talk. Unless I'm, like, drinking, right? In which case, then we're just shooting the shit a little bit, but it's mostly just me listening to what people are saying. Only when I'm streaming do I talk. I do not like talking. It hurts. That's why I talk up here. Was like my natural range, where you can hear a lot more the vibration of my voice, which is painful. But if I'm going to be doing like a telemarketing job of any kind, or call center of any kind, I'm going to want to use this voice, because this voice will keep you on the line. If I talk like this, no one's going to want to listen to me, right? You guys will, because you're all fucking stupid, just like me, all right? We get along. You understand. I'm a silly goober, you know? But it's different. I can't be doing voices, right? So if I'm going to be talking on the phone all day, I would need to use my natural voice. My natural voice is going to hurt because of the scar tissue on my vocal folds. So, what you hee. Yeah, so I'd have to talk like this. And as you can tell, I'm a lot more monotone with my natural voice. I can throw some enthusiasm, but it gets really weird when my rural Ontarian accent comes out. But whatever. It is what it is. You know, I can throw humor into it, but generally I'm very monotone the way that I talk. So, it's one of those things where if I were to be in a telemarketing or a call center type situation, what is this guy talking about? What do you mean? What is this guy talking about? What are you referring to? If I were to be in a situation like that, though, like I would need to use my natural voice like this because it would keep people on. And I'd be better at my job doing this, but it would just be so fucking painful to talk like this because my natural voice hurts, which is why I talk in those other ranges or I do dumb voices, because it avoids the scar tissue that I have in my vocal folds. It is a bummer. I mean, this is a good way to get your attention. Some people are just like, whoa,
Okay, I'm here.
yep, whatever. Yeah, for the most part, you know, if I talk like this, it's funny. Watch, I could probably go and check my viewership. Probably went up. Who put on the brain rot? Yeki threw on the 80. All right, there we go. We're double whamying this. We got the fucking Subway Surfers. That'll get attention. People will stay. Now my viewership will triple. It might quadruple. Let's find out. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Making noise for the sake of it. Yeah, I find it really funny that TikTok doesn't get any of it. TikTok doesn't see any of what just happened. They don't see the cat on screen. They don't see, well, they sort of see the subway because it covers up the rotator. That's about it. Sorry, I had to do it. No, it's all good. I get it. I understand. Hence why TikTok is, it's a good platform to like chat on and hang out, but you guys don't get all of the benefits that like Twitch and YouTube get with a stream, because obviously if I have a wider platform as opposed to a taller platform, be able to put everything on. I only get to hear it. Yeah. There is a cat on screen, but I'm not setting up every single, so it'll fit perfectly on the TikTok. I could. Realistically, I probably could. But then I would have to individually set everything. That is just, that's a time investment that I just don't have. Not at the moment. I don't have that. That is a lot of. Twitch is definitely, like, Twitch and YouTube are definitely a superior platform for visual. I feel like TikTok is better for audio because you can just like you can lock your screen and you can still hear the app, or you can go and do other things and still hear me. And if it's just a chatting stream, it's fine. For the most part, visuals are better on the 16:9 ratio as opposed to the 9:6. I do also have you on Twitch if I want. That's true. That's true. I mean, I try and make them both equally as presentable. Obviously, I only recently started streaming to Twitch, or sorry, TikTok and YouTube Shorts. And YouTube Shorts is currently getting the normal YouTube aspect ratio. But I will set it up so I only recently started doing TikTok. I haven't put nearly as much time into setting it all up correctly, you know? At some point, I probably, but today is not that day. Plus, I still need to set up getting all IRL stuff figured out. But I will make separate scenes entirely set up just for TikTok and YouTube. I mean, in theory, I could also set up, in theory, I'm not going to, right? But in theory, I could set up Twitter to stream to as well. That seems like a bad idea. Because that's a lot of fucking dumbasses probably be joining. And they're not my kind of dumbasses. They're literal fucking idiots. Don't get me wrong. I like using Twitter. But I learned that I like using Twitter to argue. I get it now. It makes sense. Like that it was over a half hour ago. I was like, I'm going to end stream. And now we're still just talking about dumb stuff. Twitter is hit or miss. Twitter is a cesspool of fucking. I mean, it's fine. I use this. But again, as I said earlier, I literally had to. I was in an argument, which is great because normally I have debates with people or disagreements, but I legitimately argued with this person. There was some fucking white dude trying to tell me the origin of my own race's name. A white dude that writes picture book. How do you write a picture? I'm just saying. So many things you're going to do, my brain couldn't handle all that thinking. Ah, man. It's also like, I don't know. I know I'm a broke ass motherfucker, so I need to make this work somehow. Have you seen my Sammy board? Hold up, let me real quick bring this up. This should work, I think. That's what we're doing. This is just to be able to control all of the alerts on screen. All of this. It's a bit much. Oh Lord, not the board. Yeah. That thingy. Yeah. And then I've got like my navigation, which is this is how I swap between things. Yep. Then I've got this is just like the memes that pop up, right? So if I were to click on these, like the stop that kind of thing. Then I got these are like just basic triggers. Like this is what I click on if I'm going to start up stream. This is if I'm going to start up like obviously Zooter streams. This is like the screen on, screen off. I want to pixelate it. I'll press that one. So like pixelate, pixel off. I just press those two buttons. Then I got like the zooms. That would give you like the boom, boom. And I got the sound effects. If I ever just want to be like, these should work. In theory, they should.
You kind of smell like a maca.
I doubled audio for some reason. For some reason, the deck is being picked up in desktop, even though desktop was never picking up on. And just like all of those are just sound effects through this, so it's just also a soundboard. Then I got like the songs that I use down here, like the Naruto flute, Don't Lose Your Way, Boku no Hero Academia stuff. It was more for like when I'm playing games, I'm trying to. Then if someone uses like the commands, oh yeah, I guess TikTok can't. Let me real quick this. So these are all like my sound effects. I like the triggers, themes. I've got more. I just don't have them set. This is the chat control. This is all the stuff that you guys control. And it's constantly getting smaller and smaller buttons because I keep adding more stuff. The navigation. Yeah. Alright, let's put this back in the middle. That should be good. Seems convenient. Yeah, it took a long time to set all that up. There's a reason why my streams have a lot of stuff going on, right? That doesn't even take into account all the stuff that I do through OBS itself. That I have to, like, the different filters, like the background there, whenever someone uses boost on my model, I have to name things a certain way so that it'll actually interact with that. I've got multiple of the same scene, but one is for zooms, so it grabs the other scene and it allows to zoom in, but then it doesn't change anything, so the other one can be edited. Right? So when I click my navigation, I go to the zoom one, not the actual one. So that's why if I go to like fix something, you'll see like again, this is more for like Twitch and YouTube because TikTok just automatically swaps to the scene if it's needed. But and it just is a quick cut. It doesn't have my stinger transition. But with the stinger transition going through and then I'm still in the same scene, it's because I'm on a different scene where I'm able to edit everything in it. And then I go back to the other one so I can do like my zoom effect. Because that filter can only be applied to a scene or a source in that scene. Right? I can't apply it to everything at the same time unless it's a scene itself. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Or sorry, it has to be a group. It can't be a source. It has to be a group of items. Or it has to be a scene. So I just take, I make a new scene, add a source to it that is a different scene. And I just title this one the zoom. And then I have the ability to use the zoom filter. There's a lot to it. There's random stuff like that. Adding like the glitch effect, the boost effect, the pixelate effect, that kind of thing. Those are all different stuff that are just filters that I have to enable and then throw that through Sammy and script how long I want it to go for and have those filters turn on and off. Don't want to have it set to toggle because every once in a while it'll get messed up because it doesn't actually activate it. And it's just a pain in the butt. Definitely want to be able to do that. Although brain does not brain. Well, the thing is, like, it's not even hard. It's more of just like it looks like it's a lot. It really does. But once you see it, it's actually super simple. It's more of just like, okay, this for this many seconds. Right? And then you post it again, and then, or some have that built into it where it has a shut off automatically built in. You just put in the number, right? And then other stuff is just finding the filter. All right, cool. Why didn't this work? A lot of that I had to remake because none of it transferred over because Sammy had issues when I first got it. Yes, was having issues and it got rid of all the filters. Do all my filters, and then because some of the filter names now I needed to Sammy, and it was just a whole right? Changing computers changed a lot. Kind of a bummer. It's mostly my fault for not keeping stuff up to date. This stuff, but I saw it as it's not broke, don't fix it. So, but I've also got like scenes where it's like the hot tub scene, and then I had to figure out how to like get certain things working in that. It was a bit. I don't think the hot tub scene even has an option for TikTok right now, so I might figure that. It is what it is. Music finally paused. I am feeling like running out of energy though. Like not that I had much energy. I did say like 40 minutes ago that I was probably gonna end. And like chatting streams are normally like 2 hours to 4. We're at 2.5 right 235. Might call it. Partially because hungry. Would like to watch some anime. I think that's probably what it was. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for things that you want me to do. My voice is not happy because I've been talking to my natural voice this whole. But yeah, if there's anything that you guys want me to add, there is a channel in the Discord called Stream Suggestions, and you can post them there. If there's like random stuff that you want me to add, I can. If there's different effects that you add, I will figure it out. A lot of it is just like, or if there's like even like a scene that you want me to add. I'm pretty sure the hot tub scene started as a joke one day in chat, and then we did it because we were making fun of a hot tub meta at the time. So I did that in as a VTuber. Kind of neat. I should probably figure. I should make the TikTok. I really should. Man. Because I'm sure you guys noticed that when I go to do a Zoom, I go like. When I do that, it's because the Zoom for TikTok is over there. But I can't fix that without ruining it for mainstream. TikTok viewership is significantly lower than Twitch's. I just go, yeah. It's fun. Gotta drink more of my drink. Also, have you guys voted on the poll that is in the Discord server? You should, if you have not. And there's also the Twitter one. And again, I am going to be a hybrid streamer now. I'm not just going to be a VTuber. I will do IRL stream. Realistically, I could probably just grab that webcam right now and try to set that up, but there's a poll. Yeah, it's in the announcements. I didn't want to bug everyone with an at everyone at here at early support. Go. Did that what? Days ago? I don't want to like spam people with notifications because I know people will turn it off. Did indeed? Hell yeah. I do appreciate that for the most part, like people see it. Most people just see, yeah, that's the IRL. We're talking about the new poll that I posted earlier. 8 hours ago. It's well, it says, what streams do you prefer? Endless Zone Zero, chatting / art, Zooter, I don't care, I'm there for you. Those are the options. And so far, all of the replies have been, or all the votes have been, I don't care. Which is very nice. I appreciate that. It means that I can just be a variety. Do whatever I want. I'm not going to be confined. Oh, I'm only playing this niche. I'm only doing this. I'm only doing that. You know, no, I can literally do whatever I want. Because Twitter looked the exact same, except, or not quite. It was 33% of the votes were Zenless Zone Zero. The 66, I don't care. I'm there for you. Which is very nice. I appreciate it. Especially if I start doing the IRL streams, because I know, I don't know, I'm a male streamer. Right? And I'm a male VTuber. Most people do not give a fuck about male. Right? There's a few of us that, you know, they get a lot more attention. Right? Because there's the really popular indie one. Right? But they have a very unique way of doing things. Right? Whether they have like a very goofy model, they have like that kind of energy that is just different. You know? That's the best way to explain it. Or they're an industry one. Not indie, but industry. Like they're part of a corporation. They just kind of get a boost, you know, because of that. For me, I'm not really. I can do the goofy, but like I don't know. I like also having streams just like shoot the shit and talk like this. You know? This feels more, I don't know, one-on-one. I don't know. I try to talk to everybody. I try and read every room. It's not like how it used to be, where my chat was going pretty fast and I had issues. I don't know, Geki probably remembers back in the day when I was an IRL streamer. The VTuber, or the character, was called Trash Boy, and I was Trash. Then I became a VTuber, and everyone knew me as Trash Mouse. It kind of swapped, where IRL me was Trash Boy. And the model But it used to be the other way around. That was back when I was the IRL streamer, just doing IRL stream. I was a lot more popular, had a much bigger viewership. I'm not going to lie. I probably should try doing that. Like, I feel like if I were to focus more on, I would probably do more than like. But no, it is what it is. I like my VTuber. I like working on it. I like having all of these things for you. Here's the thing. I can still do a lot of this as an IRL streamer. All I gotta do is just put the IRL camera in front of the VTuber model, the microphone, the chair, and the background. And I can still keep the table. And then I can have all the stuffies and everything. As long as chat is ahead of all, of which I'm pretty sure it is. But load order can be moved around because it's not going to matter. As long as that's behind the table, behind the alert thing, it doesn't matter. So, and then I can still do the IRL streams with the same scene. And then I just have a channel point redeem so that people can change me to flesh tuber, whatever we want to call it. IRL. But we'll probably just call it IRL. The flesh tuber is funny. And it will just be a toggle that turns on that camera. That's all. It'll just, you know, it'll make the source visible. I'll just have both cameras working at all.
Which means I can't pick my nose while streaming. Oh, man.
It is what it is. And it would be super easy to set that all up. I could have that on the other scene as well, and I'll just be behind everything but in front of the model in the background. So, I should be able to set that up. I literally have another webcam over there. I would like to use my 4K. But the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm like, that might be a headache to set. And I really don't need a 4K. I've got good lighting. So fuck it. Crash Boy, I'm head to bed. You have a good one. All right, I love you, Geki. Thank you so much for helping me acquire caffeinated beverages. You are the homie. Love you. I'm probably going to be ending stream nowish anyways. Devil, message me on TikTok. Okay? I'm gonna go out for a cigarette. I'll be on my phone. Okay? So message me on TikTok, girl. Do not ignore me. I love you. I mean, what? Talking about?
Bro, you do know. You are the one that helped.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have streamed. I would have just been like, it's bedtime. I'm back to bed. Well, let's call it there for now. Appreciate y'all. Pretty cool. I like you. That sounds kind of gay, bro. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm kind of gay, bro. Have a good one, everybody. And I will probably see you tonight at 11. I'm going to aim for it. If not, you know, just random stream time. You guys know how. I want to fix things. I really do. But we will see how things go.
Oh, boy.